Hello guys, we're back to another stream. So we're doing a new series. 3, 4. Hold up. Alright, this is 1936. This is the world of 1936. Sorry if you can't see anything, I was just pulling something. I'm just pulling something up. I'm pulling up and I'm just pulling up my subcount. Alright. This is the subcount. Anyways, here, let's just go ahead. Instead of the Germans, well, let's just do the Weimar Republic. Let's just do that. The uprisings are just now starting. The Nazis were in what call it they're in Bavaria. That's the Nazi regime. That's the Nazi regime. There. That's this is the Nazi. The bad Germans, that's the bad Germans. And up north, we got the Kaiser. This is the Fuhrer. And up here is the Kaiser. So up here, that is the Kaiser. It's literally the Kaiser. There is a monarchy. This is National Socialist monarchy. Nationalist, social national, fascist monarchy. Chat. I think in chat. We have fascist monarchy. Communist, maybe? A communist bloc? I don't know. So over here there will be a communist bloc. Which is the communist bloc. This will be the German civil. Germany is going through a civil war right now. Maybe uh fascist, communist, Democrat, no, democracy and capitalist. Over here we are going to see a capitalist Germany. We got capitalist. These are just the war. This is the war, like a bunch of ideologies. Capitalist and Democrat. We have democracy. Then right here, over here we'll have democracy. Here we got democracy. See, these are the articles. I need to go the borders now. Start off with fascist. This is their border. So these are like a bunch of separatist movements. Now, separatist movements won't have borders. They won't have borders. So these just soon become separatist movements in Germany. These will just all be separatist. But that's a separatist movement. We got a couple of separatist movements up here. I have a good amount of separatists. Yeah, whatever this is. This will be a democracy. This one is going to be a democracy. Democracy. So these will probably all be all the separatist movements in Germany. But only one can win. Only one wins. We just see at this point Germany just full on collapses. All this falls. We see fascist Bavaria Act. They will claim that. They will claim this into their territory. So now they're bigger. So after they got bigger, then here we see a gigantic one. It will stretch about from Denmark all the way to down here. So only one could win. So Germany just collapsed again. So Germany is officially collapsing for the second time. Well, sorta. It's still a thing. It's just the fact they're like They're very crippled. So everything up here up north would be blue. Dirt blue. Nothing in track. Great. So we have all this. Then we see a line. A line separatist. There's that. Right now, Germany is not in a very good position. Germany's not in a good spot right now. They have lost ground completely. We see at this point the fall of Germany. Those two are different colors. Okay, good. We see at this point Germany just collapsed. Pretty much, they just fell apart. Now you want to focus on these two. Bavaria. Bavaria declares war on the communist one. Communist one falls. Soon following this one. But this one's gonna get jumped by France. This one gets jumped by France. No, I don't know what that was. I don't know why I keep doing that. In this treaty, we see France regaining some land. France gains all this. France will gain about all of that. The first one to establish a nation will be the fascist one. The fascist one is the first one in Germany to establish a nation. Because I don't know, they just established a nation. But they managed to pull it off. So they officially gained control over They officially gained control over southern Germany. They get control. Wow, the rest of this goes over to this one. Never. This is your Germany. This is literally your Germany. You see, this one is just gonna stay like this. You know, they're just gonna build up, pretty much. So they're safe and sound. Like, you have to invade a nation in order to be elected as a nation. So this Saxony goes ahead and goes after that one. And soon this yellow one, they have now established themselves as a quote-unquote nation. They're officially a nation. or like a country, not of a separatist movement. They're not a separatist movement no more. They have officially established themselves. Yep, that's great for them. Hooray! We just see this guy these just get split into two. But this one just buys that. So now Germany this is Germany's form. There are a bunch of minor wars going on. But yeah, they'll annex that. Berlin it will be the most important one. Now with this one, southern Germany, they're setting their eyes on these three. They set their eyes on those three, but first they go after this one. But unfortunately, this one goes ahead and decides to attack this one. Wow, this one is also being this one. This one's also attacking that one. So now southern Germany is forced to swoop in, and they're gonna have to share the land. The rest ends up falling between them. This is their prime. This is their prime suspect, though. This one, Southern Germany wants to take out this one and take some of these guys on. Especially, they want to occupy Berlin. Berlin is probably the most important one. So in the treaty, they will be getting all this, while the others establish a nation. Well, check chat. Still nothing. I am going to continue the stream if nobody's watching. So we see this purple one is established as a nation. So this is Germany so far. These are some successors. But unfortunate news. The person to capture Berlin is this northern one. This northern one does it peacefully. So now they are the biggest nation on here. But these two are gonna work something out. If they go after if this one goes after this one and this one goes after this one, they're gonna also help out with this one. But they're gonna get a little bit of provinces. Because they want to control this side, mainly. So they send an ultimatum for them to join, They just have to accept it because they're not trying to get invaded. So this is what's happened so far. There's only four Germans, no, five Germans. Germany number one, Germany number two, Germany number three, Germany number four, and Germany number five. But Germany number four, they just get annexed by Poland. So now they're thrown right into Poland. But Poland is gonna buy some land from East Prussia in return for lots of money. But then Lithuania also buys some land in return for some money. So Lithuania would be buying all this. Poland would be buying this. They do end up accepting because they have their economies like their economy is buns. Like their economy is bad. Like their economy is very bad. So now they just made it to stagnation from that. Because that was a lot of provinces, so they made bank. So they pretty much just made bank right there. Somebody wants to invade them. Can you guess who it's? The Soviets want to invade Poland. Well, with Germany not being here, that's not gonna work. Okay. So now, what? The Soviets want land. They have a plan. They're just gonna steal some land from them, but they're just gonna steal some land. Everything up here will be stolen. Just like what Russia did to Crimea. That's pretty much what they do. To Poland, they just steal some land. They just steal land and just occupy it. So this is all these are the lands that they stole and that they are now officially occupying. They occupy those lands. So no, I feel like it would be better if it's like the same color. Yeah, it's better. But the borders, they like that. So now Poland just also lost land, but they gained some. So it's like a win-win. So now the war begins. It's not gonna end too well. They just eventually all this just joins up with Saxony. Wow, these guys like that. So now this is how Germany is divided. Germany has just became divided by this right here. These are the fascists. These are these guys are capitalists, and these guys are nationalist and capitalist. And these guys are just a democracy. So these are what the overall borders look like. See, Poland just kind of got cooked because now even more the Soviets steal even more of their land. They're just gonna go ahead and steal some more. They just steal all of this. For now, they're occupying these areas. But soon, they do all of the Soviets just combine all three of them into one gigantic one. They're about that big. So that one gigantic occupation area is that big, but they don't annex it. They are actually going to let it be independent, but they have Soviet control. They're controlled by Soviets. By the Soviets. Sorry. Controlled by the Soviets, so they're gonna look like that. They were gonna look like that. They were controlled. Being controlled by the Soviets. So now Poland's not in a good spot. It's not theirs because the Soviets have set up a buffer state between Poland and you know that the buffer state has been set up. This is their buffer zone. Poland just agrees that they should just create a buffer zone. The buffer in this buffer zone will get way thicker. You may be questioning why. You may be questioning why is there that going or that. It's because this has been set up. They have just they're now cutting this into three parts. They have cut these areas in this these two the two. So now there's three parts. And these are what they look like. This is what Poland looks like. Poland got absolute Poland. They just lost so much land. They lost so much land. It's not even funny. Oh, the Soviets let this be annexed. They let Czechoslovakia annex that. So now they become the great Czechoslovakia. They become Greater Czechoslovakia. So now as for this, this becomes a Polish, a Polish, a Polish. This becomes Poland's puppet state. So that's Poland's puppet state. Now, these guys decided that following through the Saxony is now has came out victorious. They have came out victorious. They have not captured all of Germany, because somebody's in Germany right now. Somebody's in Germany right now, and they just pulled you a reverse card with, that was right there. But Germany had that. They pulled the Uno reverse card, and now, well, France has that. But for France to get around the defenses, they invade Luxembourg. Yeah. So yeah, this Germany, they want France invades them instead for land. They're forced to give up the Rhine once again. Once again, they have to give up the Rhine. This is the Rhine right here. This is the Rhine. They're forced to give up the Rhine. They they end up giving up the Rhine. Plus, they have to give more land to France. So they end up puppeting that. They end up annexing that. So now Germany's more. Now just at this point that old Germany makes a return. It is now in that Germany makes a comeback. But they have lost. Wait. They have officially lost the Rhine.